glad that we have the praise team here and we have somebody upstairs functional on time. Praise the Lord. And I pray that for the other night that I have leave, we have tomorrow night and we have Friday night that we'll be here and we get out of here early. So, with us tonight is Miss Beryl Cunningham, the medical missionary from Jamaica, who is here to share our expertise and our knowledge with us. I pray that as she shares the information with us, that we will learn and we will amend our ways, whatever we need to do. She gave an illustration of the top. I think the famous illustration that is being given now with all the health ministries director, that if you have a tap, if you go to the house and the pipe is plugged and it's plugged and the water is running and the water is overflowing and there's water on the floor, what is the first thing you would do? Would you turn off the pipe? Would you mop up the floor? Or would you pull the plug? She looking strangely. Well, what would you do? What do you do? You come to the house and the place is flooding, and when you notice the pipe is running and the plug, the kitchen sink is plugged, what would you do? You turn off the pipe. And next. Okay. Right. So you will be mopping up the floor. So that is just telling us that we need to go to the root cause of things, right? If we want to solve any problem, we need to go to the root cause. We don't put on plaster something. We do go to the cause. So tonight, as she is focusing on mental health, I pray that you will learn something. If there's something you need to remove, plug you need to move, just remove the plug so that you can solve the problem. So without any further ado, here is Miss Cunningham.
Good night, everyone. And tonight is men's night. Most of the men were not here to see men's night last night. But thank God we have more men here tonight. I have prepared a little thing, but then I went online and I saw a man doing a man thing. And I think it would be better for a man to put forward tonight. So it all will be on the screen tonight. So hope you enjoyed and learn well so you can practice. Okay? Ready? Thanks.
Before I get started, I want to make sure that we understand that we are not anti-medical establishment. I work very close with the medical establishment. I use a lot of medical techniques, such as getting blood works and scans and a lot of things. I just don't work on people without any type of technical background. A lot of times when people get into natural medicine, they're practicing natural medicine and never come to a full understanding. I like to have some kind of clue if what I'm doing is working. So we try to get different medical evaluations done before we start a process. And then 60 to 90 days into the process, we like to do another medical evaluation from a medical lab or through a doctor, so we can monitor if we really make progress. And so I just want to establish that first. I'm going to have a word of prayer, and we're going to look at prostate problems. So let's have a word of prayer quick. Dear Father, once again, the Lord, I ask by thine permission, Lord, that you will guide me through this subject. And Lord, that you will bless us here, dear Father, that we can be inspired, Father, that there's no limitation with God. Bless us in Christ's name. Amen. Now, the areas that I've worked the most in is breast cancer and female-related problems. I work more in female-related problems than any single problem. I want to be a female doctor and fill that same little book that author, Ellen White, she made it very clear that men were not to be female doctors. So that kind of bust my bubble, you know. I had done all my preparation to be a female doctor, and I found out that it's not something God really wanted me to do. But by that time, I was pretty much into it. And so I used that information that I had gained to teach sisters how to do many things that I don't have to do anymore. And I thank God for that. So we do have capable medical missionary sisters that are nurses can do a lot of things that I don't have to do anymore. And they have done a lot. But one that I have worked a lot besides breast and fibroids and ovarian, polycystic ovaries, and uterine cancer. Besides that, I work a lot with female-male problems, prostate problems. One that really fascinates me is AIDS. AIDS really do. If I could do the last work, I wish to be AIDS, because I really like working with that. Today we're working, I have trained, and my wife have trained doctors in India, South India, and we are very excited about the work, the health center over in India. There's a lot of sick people over there. And also, I was just in Tobago, and we began a beautiful work in Tobago, Trinidad. And also, I'll be leaving here going to Australia. I've been there many times. I'm going back to another training school, and also Fiji Islands. In the Philippines, in Mindanao. We have missionaries over there now that are working to set up a clinic over there. So it's happening all over the world. I mean, we are training a lot of medical missionaries. We train 200 medical missionaries a year, and they're all from all over the world. So when you say all nations, then go with the medical missionary. Now, let's talk about prostate. The light given me is that it will not be long before we shall have to give up using any animal food. Even milk will be discarded. Disease is accumulating rapidly. Now, we all can testify with the many different types of disease associated with the animal kingdom that you don't have to be a prophet to agree with that. That the animal kingdom and this world is groaning and prevailing to be delivered. And the more we subsist on animal food, the more we will succumb to disease. I'm in the midst of a fascinating research. I'm studying anti-growth-genesis. And I'm so excited about it because it gets me up early in the morning. I'm studying 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm really fascinated. It's a study where I'm studying how the tumors grow their own blood vessels, and how that this is, when you see all these big tumors breaking out on people, it is because these tumors grow their own blood vessels so they can feed the tumors with blood and oxygen and nourishment. And they'll grow like crazy, like a weed, when you put the right stuff to it. And learning now how that we can hinder this process of growing its own blood vessels in a natural perspective is a beautiful approach. And I brought that up because with prostate, it's a similar process, because we know that the prostate gland actually get enlarged as a man gets older. We'll talk about that a little later. And I believe that learning how to stop the abnormal blood vessels from growing, that we can find a better way to eradicate this problem. What is it? This cancer affects the prostate, the chestnut-sized gland in the male that's around the neck of the bladder, and the urethra, structure that brings blood from the male urinary system. So the prostate is about the size of a chestnut, and it drains urine from the bladder and also the kidney. If the prostate becomes enlarged, it can hinder the flow of urine through the urinary system, through your urethra. And that urine can bag up into the bladder, and it can compromise the function of the kidneys. And that can make microbacteria and many things grow in his urine because it's stagnated, and you can end up with some really nasty urinary bladder infections, and also cause kidney infections. So it's important to know that as you age, speaking of the males, and women, you do not have a prostate gland, but as you age, that gland swells automatically. But we need to understand how we can deal with this problem so that it will not swell too much or cause a major obstruction of urine out body. I've worked with some really tough cases. Here is an Adventist pastor I worked with many years ago. Let's play this clip right here, and I'll talk a little about him. Now let's pause that a moment if you can. This pastor right here, Pastor Atwood, I worked with him out near Southern California, Walla Walla. I'm scheduled to go out to Walla Walla before I came here. But this was many years ago. And his PSA load was over 2,000. Now your PSA should never get over 6. And in an ideal world, you want to keep it below 4. But his PSA is over 2,000. He went to the medical facility out in California, and they gave him less than 3 months to live. And they told him that the cancer had metastasized throughout his body, and that there was nothing to be done. So he said that he was going to come to Tennessee, and there was people there that would help him, and he believed God would cure him of prostate cancer. He did. He spent about 3 months with us, and during that time I had medical evaluations done. His PSA went down from 2,000 to less than 1. Now let's continue to play this, and maybe you can hear it in his own words.
Brother David told me that anything below 4 that I always had a real good chance of making it. And it's normal. It's not even funny.
Well, doctor said just don't understand.
And the doctor told me less than 3 months ago that I had 3 months to live. The Lord is so good.
So I
And I
thought,
told that very doctor friend of mine who's next to him, beautiful man, really a lovely person. I told him, I said, my friend, I don't live by statistics, I live by faith. And I'm going to walk back in your office this fall, and I'm going to be healed.
Okay, let's stop it right there. And he did just that. He finished at the center. He went back, and they checked him out, and his PSA was below 1. And so, but this director had said that if these people in Tennessee can cure you of prostate cancer, I will fly this man back to Southern California and let him reach all my medical doctors. And he laughed because he knew he felt it was impossible. Well, he went back and they checked him out, and his PSA was normal. I mean, below normal. It's really good. He said, "Are you going to let this man come out?" He said, "Well, no, these things sometimes happen. Let's give it a few more months." He gave 6 months. His still was below 1. And then he stalled again. A year went by, 2 years, 3 years went by, and it was obvious he wasn't going to let this happen. He wasn't going to let me come out. So what happened is an assistant director heard about it. She knew of our work. She offered to pay to fly me out to Southern California. She did. She arranged for me to speak at La Sierra. Now, I am just a little old country boy from the state of Tennessee with no medical education at all. But I'm just as naive as you can be. So I walked in there, and I stood up in front of all those white coats. And I'm thinking, this is it. This is when the medical missionary work is going to get some recognition. And I never forget, old doctor told me, said, "You're the biggest quack I've ever seen in my life." And that bust my bubble. It really did. It really crushed me. Because I said, surely these people would hear the word of the Lord. Well, anyway, I left there and never went back. I kept on working. But this brother did really good. I'm going to show you a few more as we go through. Here's another brother here that we can get this also.
My name is Helmut Fishman. I'm from Canada. I came here because I have cancer. And so far as I believe, I feel much better, and I think my cancer it's gone. I have no more pain, or very, very little pain. And the treatment I have had here have helped me. I came here with my lovely wife to support me. And the people here are very kind and godly people. And I praise them and the Lord for leading me here. I was diagnosed that I have a tumor in the prostate and cancer in my skull, leg, pelvis, bones, and I feel much, much better now as I felt 4 weeks ago.
I noticed that you have a lump on your head. Now, what is that associated with?
I believe this is cancer.
Mm-hmm. Well, I know one thing, you've been doing a lot of walking, and I seem to get stronger and stronger each day.
Yeah, we have increased our walking. We sometimes up to 8, 10 miles. And I think this helps tremendously.
Let's stop there.
I'm planning to stay on.
Now, these dear people here from Canada, and he had a real bad case of prostate that had metastasized. They would walk a minimum 8 to 12 miles a day. Can you imagine how far that is? I mean, it takes a while to drive that far. These people would do it every day. And I believe that was the reason he walked prostate cancer out of his life. See, my philosophy is that cancer sucks your vital forces out of your body. If you gain in vital forces and strength, you're defeating cancer. I think Lawrence Armstrong proved that same philosophy. So I believe that when I work with a cancer patient, if they can only walk to the back of this church room here, then my goal is to encourage them to walk twice that distance. I said, if you can walk twice that distance, and then if I can get you to walk at least a half a mile a day, we got 3 to 6 months of vital forces. And I said, you don't have to worry about it. You're not going to die in 3 to 6 months. I said, but now, if you can walk 1 mile, you got 1 year of vital forces. So I'm giving them a goal. I'm giving them something to work toward. And they would get up every day, and they would try to meet the goal. This got their mind off of their condition also. And they would walk that 1 mile, and I said, now look, if you can walk 5 miles a day, you won't have cancer. There's no one can walk 5 miles a day that's going to drop dead of cancer. You may die of a heart attack, it won't be cancer. So they said, okay. So they work and build it up, and when they walk 5 miles a day, I know then that they're ready to go home, they're ready to continue their normal life when the vital force is built up. So you practice that. If you see a person, they walk to that door right there and they're out of breath, that person got 2 feet in the grave. They ain't going to get around long. So you want to get that back up, get that vital force back going, and this is what this brother did. Let's play this clip right here.
Prostate cancer is the most common form of cancer in men. Approximately 80% of men above the age of 70 have prostate cancer. men live an entire life without any knowledge of its presence. Prostate gland is located in front of the rectum and below the bladder. The upper part of the urethra passes through the prostate. Here we see normal urination.
Let's pause right there.
The main function.
Now, there you can see the bladder, and you can see the urethra passing down through the center of the bladder. The urethra passing down through the middle of the prostate gland. If that prostate swells, it will crimp down on the urethra, shutting off the flow of urine, cause the urine to back up, and that can accelerate infections and so forth. So the prostate gland is an unusual gland. As it swells, it actually crimps down on the urethra. And so the key component is to reduce the inflammation that's associated with the prostate gland. Through my research is that because of an abnormal condition, the prostate gland lacks or do not have an abnormal amount of oxygen. And with not enough flow of oxygen, then it will begin automatically to grow its own blood vessels. And this is this new, not new, but this is one that's exciting me. As it grows these blood vessels, then these are abnormal blood vessels that are feeding more blood to the prostate gland, consequently causing the prostate gland to swell. So what we have to do is to reverse that process. And if we do that, we can cut off the blood supply and render a person free of this enlargement of the prostate. Now, in this particular clip, it's the same thing. You can see the urethra going down. Now, I don't know if this got a pointer or not. Okay. Okay, there your bladder is right there. And this yellow part that you see here is the prostate. You got the left and right lobe of the prostate with urethra going all the way out through the middle apparatus. And this is the testicles right here. Notice that the rectum lies very close to the prostate gland. If a person has stagnated waste in the colon, as you saw last night, especially if a man is constipated and he lifts something real heavy, he can cause the rectal tissue to separate the rectum from the prostate to bulge out, like develop like a hernia. Those hernias can be a little pouch for waste fecal matter to get trapped in. I believe from that fecal matter can absorb through and infect the prostate gland. And so the main thing we try to do is to make sure we keep that prostate, that rectal area free from constipation, and teach men how to lift so they won't overstrain their body. Most prostates arise in the rear portion of the prostate gland, close to that rectal area I was talking about. The rest originate near the urethra. Prostate cancer rarely results from a benign enlargement that is commonly developed around the prostatic urethra in older men. What this is talking about is that older men will get an enlargement of the prostate. Just because you have an enlargement of the prostate does not mean you have prostate cancer. And sometimes when you hear, I have an enlargement of the prostate, then I need to go and get some treatments. You may not really need any treatments. You may just need to make some lifestyle changes. And instead of going and having the prostate reamed out or having your prostate removed, that may be a little dramatic. You may not need that. And so make sure that as you have your prostate checked, always get a second or third opinion. Do not do any invasive treatment without having at least a second opinion. So now what are the causes, some of the causes of prostate? There's a link between prostate cancer and the increased level of antigen and male hormone. Although antigen regulate prostate growth and function and may speed up tumor growth, androgen works just like estrogen in hormone. Estrogen regulates cellular growth and development of a baby. Also, estrogen regulates tissue anastosis development in fibroids and polycystic ovaries and uterine problems. The reason those fibroids are so large, estrogen hormones are feeding the fibroids. Well, androgen works very similar to that. It is a male hormone that feeds the prostate cells and cause them to grow abnormally, and that can develop an enlargement of the prostate. Testosterone is a hormone, chemical messenger that is responsible for the development of the male sex characteristics. Although female also produce testosterone, usually in a very small amount. Now, at conception, we receive 23 chromosomes from the male and 23 chromosomes from our mother. And these chromosomes is what makes up us as an individual. We have what we call recessive and dominant genes. If our dominant genes are more on the testosterone level, then we would exemplify more of a male characteristics. Before puberty, sometimes it's hard to distinguish that because sometimes little girls can outrun boys and outjump them and outfight them. And they call them tomboys because, you know what I'm talking about, they just run like a jackrabbit. But the minute they get into puberty, that boy gonna run past them like it ain't nothing, you know. And he's stronger, he's more agile, he can do that because now hormones begin to what? Present themselves, and the girl is becoming a good woman, and the boy is becoming more masculine because of testosterone. And from that, you know, the male or female characteristics presents itself more forcibly. If testosterone level increases abnormally, then that can be a problem that can be a problem for the prostate gland. I explained this here in a little bit. Testosterone is not really the major problem, but it's kind of a amalgamated form of testosterone. Without adequate testosterone, men are infertile. This is because the process of healthy sperm development, mature sperm requires testosterone to develop. And so, if a man is impotent, then that means that the quality of testosterone may be the problem. And that's why, you know, when you're impotent, you go to a doctor, he gives you some testosterone shots. He would call free testosterone shots. And that kind of, you know, boot it up a little bit. But that won't necessarily make you fertile, but it will, you know, and I'm trying to talk in a way where I'm talking to grown people. And I tell people that if I'm talking in this way and children understand it, they already understand it. You know, but I'm going to make it difficult for them to understand. But I hope grown people understand what I'm talking about. Okay, so, but testosterone will actually allow a man to be able to do what's natural for a man to do. And if something is wrong with that testosterone, he won't be able to perform like he should. In men, testosterone is thought to regulate a number of functions in addition to the sperm production. Testosterone regulates the sex drive, its bone mass, the fat distribution, muscle size, strength, and red blood cell production. These things are really important to a man. First of all, impotent, it has major implications for men. I always tell people that when a woman have a breast removed, it have major psychological effects on her because it robs her of her femininity. It takes away from her the token, the badge of femininity, and it can have psychological effects. Well, when a man is impotent, it has those same effects on him. It really does, because he don't feel as manly as he should. And it can make him angry, it can make him rebellious, it can cause a lot of problems that he can go through. And so, even though it may be a small thing to some people, it is a big thing to men. Now, y'all don't want to say amen to that. Body mass, bone mass also is important because of if the proper testosterone levels there, men going to develop really strong and big bones, much larger than women does. Muscle size and strength. Testosterone gives men the stamina that they need, strength. Red blood cells, that is a big one right there. Men have a problem with too much red blood cells. And women have a problem with low blood cells. Women outlive men 5 to 10 years. The reason why women outlive men is because of the low blood. A lot of times when men have more red blood cells than they should, it can affect their cardiovascular system. That's why doctors try to encourage them to give blood every once in a while, and this lessens their possibility of cardiovascular problems. So all of those things, so it's not just testosterone. Testosterone can affect many other areas in the body. A gradual lowering of testosterone level as men grow older have received increasing attention in recent years, leading to the term known as late onset primary testicle failure. After the age of 40, the concentration of circulating testosterone falls to about 1.6% every year in most men, decreasing to a level in many men aged 60 years that would lead to a diagnosis of low testosterone. And so, in other words, as you get older, your testosterone level is what? But as his testosterone level is decreasing, he goes to his urologist, he tests his testosterone. What does the urologist say? Your testosterone level is too high. Okay? Older men have problems with high testosterone level. It's the opposite of what I'm saying here. Young men don't have any problem with what? High testosterone. Older men do have problems. If their testosterone level get too high, they can end up with prostate problems. That's why they give you a PSA test. The PSA test is to what? Check to see if your testosterone level is too high. If they give that blood test and it says your PSA level is too high, that means your testosterone level is too high. But this young man out here, their testosterone level is off the chart, and they don't have prostate problems. Now you see confusion. I'm going to spin it out in a little bit. Says the following symptoms of late onset testosterone, many of which are familiar as part of the aging process. So men feel that when their testosterone levels drop, and they get about 50 years old, that is a natural thing for them to have low testosterone and to go into impotence. And the wife think that, and everybody think that, but that is not the case. You know, there are people in Hansaland, over in India, their lifespan for a male is between 130 to 140 years. Women are still having babies at 70 to 80 years. How about that? But now, what is the difference then? So it's not to say that because you're 50 years old, you shouldn't be able to produce a child. Well, the Bible kicked that system out, right? So it don't make sense. It's something we are doing to this body that is causing that problem. Let's look at some of the other areas. Decreased desire to be with your wife. Diminished erection and the quality of the erection. Nighttime erection. Now, like I said, once again, if the children don't understand this, don't worry about it. I'm speaking in a parable. But you grown people, I should be speaking plain to you. Okay, now if it's a nighttime erection but no daytime erection, then that means that through relaxation of the body, to calm down the body, you can produce some stimulant to that effect. Also, it says mood, changes in the mood, personality. And this is where, women go through menopause, men go through menopause. Okay, and we can have the same kind of issues that women have, especially when he want to make himself start looking young, to psychologically tell himself that he ain't as old as he feels. And he is about him a mile away, because it's obvious that he's trying to hold on to something he done lost. And he will find himself wanting to be in a company of young people, and could find himself being attracted to young women, thinking that this is an answer to his menopause problem. This is the major problem in many marriages to break up. But we don't ever talk about what psychological men have when they go through this change of life. Also, fatigue, depression, anger. All these things are associated with this hormonal imbalance. He's tired. He don't feel like doing anything. I worked all day. I don't want to do nothing. Decreased body hair. Have you ever seen men that now wait a minute, brothers, please. I'm not talking about you. You seen men that start balding in the top of the head? You've seen some of us like that, right? Yeah, they have just get thin in the top. But do you know what it means? That means their testosterone level high. All right? That's what it means. Decreased body hair means your testosterone level is high. Are you with me with this? So don't start wearing a wig because I'm saying this, okay? Actually, men that are balding in the top actually how can I put this without causing problems? That's a good thing, okay? That's not a bad thing, really. All right? Man who's got a lot of hair on his head may be a bad thing. Okay, I better get out of this area. Okay, now I'm going to explain this testosterone. The dihydrotestosterone is a combination of estrogen and testosterone. Okay? It's an amalgamated form of testosterone. In other words, young men have high free testosterone. They got all these muscles, they're strong, right? Old men have high testosterone, and they're weak and fatigued, and they got the belly protruding out, and they don't have no muscle mass, but they got high testosterone. The testosterone they have is dihydrotestosterone. It's a combination of estrogen and testosterone. Are you following me? Now, what do estrogen do to a woman? Estrogen makes a woman soft and fluffy and soft, right? You don't believe that to your wife. See how soft she feels? Now you touch yourself. See how hard and rough you feel? She feels soft because she got a lot of estrogen. You feel hard and tough because you got a lot of testosterone. Now, if I turn around and somehow could give you more estrogen, guess what it's going to do to your body? It's make you soft too. That's why the man on my left versus the man on my right, they both have high testosterone. One has dihydrotestosterone, the other has free testosterone. Now, you know this man on my left, when he look in the mirror and he sees himself in the mirror, he said, man, I don't look bad. I look pretty buffed up. You see what I mean? He don't see himself that his body muscle mass is gone. He don't visualize that. But the young man cut real well. That's because he has the right combination of testosterone. Now, what caused this man on my left to lose his muscle mass? No exercise. Eating and exposing himself to phytoestrogen or petrochemicals. Petrochemicals, too much phytoestrogen and too much estrogen-based foods can alter his hormonal balance. Now let me try to explain it a little clearer. To explain the relationship of prostate cancer in more detail, men also make estrogen and estradiol, but in much lower amounts than women. So we do make estrogen, we don't make as much as women does. When we do make more estrogen, it's going to affect our overall body, not only just our prostate. Testosterone does not cause prostate cancer. If this were true, 19 and 20-year-old males would develop prostate cancer, and we know that is not the case. It's going to be until you get up in your 50s and above where most men start having problems with their prostate. So it's not testosterone, it's the dihydrotestosterone that is causing the problem. As a male ages, his progesterone level decreases, just like it does in a woman. Let me explain again. On my right hand is estrogen, and my left arm is testosterone. Speaking of a woman. As a woman, estrogen goes up, she starts her monthly cycle. She'll start her flow. Then at some point, 3 to 5 days, under normal circumstance, progesterone levels start coming up, and as progesterone comes up, it's like a valve, it cuts off her monthly flow. And now her progesterone level is dominating, and it has took over her estrogen level, her flow stops. If her estrogen level stays high, more than 7 to 10 days, her estrogen level is too high. That means that she is more and prone to develop fibroids, polycystic ovaries, uterine cancer, or breast cancer, because the elevation of estrogen is causing a rapid mitosis of cell division of the cells. And that don't need to happen. The more a woman is exposed to estrogen, the greater her risk of developing female-related problems. The same with a male. If a male have taken in more estrogen than he should, he's put himself at risk of developing prostate or male-related problems. And I'm going to try to speed this up, but I'm not going to get finished with this. Decreased testosterone level. The amount of testosterone in the blood decreases as a man ages. When that occurs, the proportion naturally occurring estrogen in a man's body increases and may produce the growth of prostate. So the man as the man testosterone level drop, it can also encourage the production of estrogen. To give you an idea, another idea, how many of you drink soy milk? Well, I do. All of us drink soy milk. Soy milk is good, especially if you have prostate problems. Now, soy milk is phytoestrogen, and it's good. It will help reduce testosterone. It'll help with that. You drink too much, it can have a negative effect. Drinking too much soy milk by a man will make him impotent. All right? It'll do it. It'll make him impotent. Because it's going to increase his dihydrotestosterone. Are you following me? Now, there are countries where the birth rate is dropping because they consume a lot of soy. And the government now are warning them to decrease the consumption of soy because it's dropping their birth rate. So soy is good now. I mean, soy is a wonderful food. But soy must be treated like honey. Eat it in moderation. If you eat too much honey, it's going to make you sick. If you eat too much soy, it's going to make you sick. But the right amount of soy will definitely help keep it healthy. A lot of women that we work with breast cancer, we give them a small amount of soy because by giving them a small amount of soy, the body will recognize this small amount of soy and refuse any additional soy, and it gives them some protection. Saw pimento. If you have a benign enlargement of prostate, we give them saw pimento extracts. And I make about 200 different herbal chemos. I make 200 different types of herbal chemos. I make the prostate herbal chemos. All my herbal chemos are made out of herbs and minerals. But my prostate herbal chemo is really strong. I use anywhere from a pound to half a pound of herbs. I use between 12 to 16 herbs. I distill these herbs through 3 different solvents. I distill it in water, I distill it in alcohol, I distill it in DMSO. The 3 most powerful solvents we have on the universe. I distill it in that, and then alcohol is the last one. I evaporate the alcohol back out of my herbs so you don't have to drink the alcohol. And I make a very potent herbal chemo out of that. It will compete with any, much better than the cytotoxic chemos that people are taking on a regular basis. Another very good thing is that now bodybuilders, when they want to win an award, they don't want no estrogen in their body because estrogen affects their muscle mass. So they take a supplement called cryosin. Cryosin blocks estrogen in the body. Now we know that from bodybuilders. And I worked with Mr. Universe, the man that won Mr. Universe, and this is what he was taking to rob all the estrogen out of his body, make him muscle like that. Well, if you take the right amount of cryosin is made from passion flower. If you take the right amount of cryosin, if you have fibroids, polycystic ovaries, swollen prostate gland, it will decrease the dihydrotestosterone. It will shrink your fibroids in 60 to 90 days because all of those fibroids, the prostate, need estrogen to grow. This is, and a lot of this research is done at the University of Minnesota back in 1993. They know it works, but the problem is they keep patenting it because of a natural substance. Another one is pepperine. Pepperine is an extract from black pepper. The only good thing about this is that pepperine actually helps the absorption and the utilization of herbs. So by giving a little pepperine with it, it's going to help with the absorption and the utilization of herbs. So that's why I add pepperine to it. Now, back to some other conditions such as poor diet, high in fat and protein. Reduced amount of protein and fat in your diet will help you overcome and prevent you from developing prostate. Also, constipation. You should have at least 2 to 3 bowel movements a day. When you wake up in the morning, you should have what we call an osteocolic reflex. An osteocolic reflex is the act of raising up out of sleep. Should stimulate peristaltic motions. That should send you to the toilet. You have an osteocolic reflex in the morning. Then you say goodbye to the rest of the day. But the normal person would have, when they sit down to eat breakfast, after they have osteocolic reflex, they sit down and they eat, and it's eating their breakfast, they should have a gastrocolic reflex. That means before they finish breakfast, they can go back to the toilet again. That's normal. That's 2 bowel movements a day. That's normal. That's not optimal, but that's normal. That's good. And if you can go back a 3rd time, that's optimal. And now you should be in perfect health. Not many of us are normal. Hardly any of us are optimal. And that's one of the major reasons why we got problems. Holding your urine. Most of us are driving trucks. We're working in an office. We got jobs. We just can't keep getting up going to the toilet. And we have learned the art of false modesty. Holding our urine. This holding our urine can be deadly on our urinary system. Not drinking enough water. We don't drink enough water because water makes me urinate. That is not true, people. If you're getting up 3 or 4 times a night, flood yourself with water. Drink a gallon of water, and you'll stop urinating. What happens is, if you don't drink enough water, your urine becomes hot into your bladder. It's almost at a boiling point. And when it's doing that, it's emitting gases, and it makes sure you can't hold it. And you have to go, constantly going to the toilet. Let me tell you something. Stopping drinking water don't stop you from urinating. You're still getting up 3 or 4 times a night. So the problem is not the water. Drink more water. Dilute that urine. Reduce the amount of gases produced from the urine, and you'll be able to hold your urine all night. And I know that seems crazy, because we've been taught that the water makes you urinate. It does. It flushes out the old urine, so you don't have the old urine bagging up, causing problems. So try that, and you'll be amazed to know that you'll be able to sleep at night. Drink plenty of water. Okay? Overstimulation of intercourse. Another thing, I'm talking to married people. Now, if you got to go out and buy a special kind of DVD, get little red nightgowns and red shoes, turn the lights down, create a mood to be with your wife, something wrong with the relationship. All right? It would take all of that, something wrong with the relationship. And what that would do, many times, that can cause overstimulation. That a word lust, and just because you're married, you're not at free lust. Lust is sin, and that can cause engorging of the testicles and cause major problems. Many people don't recognize that. They're trying to do something to boost up the atmosphere, but you really are bringing more harm to your body. Wearing jockey shorts. Now, what in the world I'm going to talk about jockey shorts? You know, Michael Jordan, he works for Hanes, and they paying millions of dollars to put on them little Hanes. You know what I'm talking about? Now, he's standing up there, and he look good. And every man think he get a pair of Hanes, he look like Michael Jordan. He don't. I'm thinking, we don't, all right? Now, those little undergarments are not healthy, because what they do is they constrict the testicles up into the lower abdominal cavity. So when you walk, it's constricted. When you walk, your organs should bounce around like this. Okay, it should be bouncing. And as it bounces around, that gives circulation. Now, the old men, they wear boxer shorts, like me. And young men don't want to wear no boxer shorts. But the old people know what they talk about, all right? The Bible says if you want to know something, ask the hoary head. He should teach you. So they got the right idea. So you might want to change your undergarments. And also, I recommend try to get the PSA test done at least once a year. Now, I know I'm about ready for mine, and I tell you what, it's the most debilitating thing in the world. I humble myself like a woman every year, and I walk up to my good-natured doctor, and I bend over and I said, Doc, go ahead. I'm going to tell you why I do that. Because I work with too many men, cannot urinate, crying and hollering, and I watch what they're going through. I don't want to go through that. All right? So I go get it done, and especially black men, for some reason you will not get a PSA test. Get it done so you know what's going on. And once you know, you can do something about it, okay? And every time you get a PSA test, make them give you a copy of it, and you keep it so you can monitor if your PSA is going up. But doctors are there to help you. And please don't think that I don't want to go to no doctors. I don't trust doctors. Doctors can't do no more than you let them do. Stop eating soy meat, barbecue. I don't care if it's soy burgers. Quit doing that, because that in itself is carcinogenic. Prostate cancer was back about 184,000 men a year and proved fatal to about 39,000. And that's what I'm talking about, the digital rectal exam. And as niggas grow older, they PSA will get larger, will increase, but it should never go over 6. Just keep that in mind. Now, at some time, doctors may want to do a proton therapy, radiation therapy. The old proton therapy, the old radiation therapy produce a lot of collateral damage. when they hit you with those beams, it can destroy organs and tissue, produce a lot of collateral damage. But now the medical system has produced a proton therapy that do not produce as much collateral damage. So I'm not advocating neither one, but I'm saying if you're going to get some type of radiation treatment, make sure they use the proton. At least there won't be as much collateral damage. I'm going to go through some things because I'm about close. My time is just about up. I want to go through some treatments because that's what you really want to know. What can I do? Tomatoes is really valuable because of the lycopene. Now, but the most wonderful thing is you have to cook the tomatoes. Tomato soup, tomato sauce. Cook the tomatoes, you increase the lycopene strength of it. If a man 50 years old needs to eat some tomatoes every day. If you have an elevated PSA, make sure you eat some tomatoes at least twice every day. And you'll be amazed how much that would help you. And I have all the research, so make sure if you have a prostate problem, get a copy of this clip. I won't be able to go through everything, but it'll all be in here. Also, make a habit of drinking pomegranate juice. Pomegranate is really good. A lot of wonderful research found that it would benefit people with prostate cancer. If you get the fruit, cut it up, put it in the blender, blend the seed and everything up, and drink it every day. This will lower your PSA and shrink your prostate problem. If you're going to get a PSA test done, make sure you take a vacation the day before you have a PSA test done. Okay? Take a vacation from your work. All right? Because they have found that if you don't take this vacation, it could give a false reading. It could cause a slight elevation of your PSA level. A digital rectal exam can also give a false reading of a few percentages. So just keep that in mind and ask the urologist, is it possible that I got a false reading up to a few percentages from the digital exam? He'll explain to you that is the case. Red pepper, cayenne pepper, African capsicum is really good for prostate. And it's one of the better ones for prostate cancer. So I would increase my cayenne pepper at least 90,000 heat unit every day. And you'll find that could really be a big advantage. And I got all the research here. So when you do this clip, go back and study and say, you don't have to worry about writing all this down. We're making all this available to you. Now, also, you can come to my clinic, or I can send a nurse to you, and they'll treat you out of your home. I have a home health care service where I send nurses all over the world. I just had one down in Houston. And I got one in Houston right now, another one in Houston working right now. I think I got one, I don't think I have one down here. My wife, I think we do have one in this area. But anyway, you can come to my clinic and give me a donation for doing this, or you can follow the instructions right here. Now, here's just a little recipe. Take some vitamin D3. Vitamin 3 has a dilator that increases circulation. Cayenne pepper. Baking soda is alkaline. We take gluten-free baking soda to change your pH from acid to alkaline. Ginger is good thinner. Black scrap glasses is having calcium and potassium. Green tea is very good for the immune system, and salt pimento is also good for the prostate. Believe it or not, an aspirin a day based on research will bring your PSA level down faster than almost anything. Ask your urologist. They know. They don't like you to take an aspirin a day for a prostate because it will lower your PSA level too quick, and they feel like that may not be to your advantages. But the science said that an baby aspirin a day will bring down your PSA level. If I had it real bad and I could not follow a regimen, I possibly would take the baby aspirin. But because I think I have the discipline to follow a good program, I wouldn't have to do it. So make sure that you go and do that. Another one is cryotherapy, cryoablation. Cryoablation is where it's less toxic and invasive treatment from the medical system. It's where they freeze your prostate gland. They take these probes and they put it up in the prostate and they freeze it, and that way they can kill the prostate cells. So you might want to, if you don't have an opportunity to do that, you might want to look at cryoablation. I'm just going to speed this up because my time is about finished. As a rule, a tumor confined to the prostate gland in stage 1 and stage 2 should be curable by simply having your prostate gland removed or alternative treatments. In other words, about 80 to 95% of your prostate problem can be cured by having the prostate gland removed in stage 1 or stage 2, or following a natural herbal program, whichever one you choose. But when the prostate cancer has developed stage 3 and 4, surgery, radiation, hormonal therapy, chemotherapy will not cure you. They are talking about palliative care. Palliative care. Anytime a doctor recommends chemo, that's palliative care, they already know they cannot cure you. They try to extend your life. All right? Now, if he tell you, I can give you 3 years or 4 years, if that's all you want, that's fine. But most people, after them 3 years, they want a little more. They can give you no more. Okay? So, but now, even when the cancer has spread it to T3 and T4, if you use alternative method, the right method, your chances could be up to 50%. But if you follow the chemotherapy route, then you're looking at 3% out of 100 cured with chemotherapy. That's 3%. That's not a good percentage. Now, you might just be the lucky one to get the 3%, but I wouldn't take them chances. Now, this is important right here for you to understand this here. This is a sliding scale. Brethren, if you're between 40 and 59 years old, your PSA should be between 0 to 2.5. If you're between 50 to 59, your PSA level should be between 0 to 3.5. And if you're 60 to 69, it should be between 0 to 4.9. If you're 70 to 79, it should be between 0 to 5.8. It should never get over 6. One important factor is if you are 50 years old, 59 years old, and your PSA level is 4.9, you out of your percentage bracket. That's a red flag for doctors, even though you're below 6. He knows in a year or so later, you're going to be above 6. So he would already start trying to prep you that, hey, we got to watch you because your PSA level is climbing. But to me, that's a good clue for you to stop doing some things to bring it down. I had to do it myself. My PSA level shot up from, I had was 3.5, and when I went in, it was 4.9. And urologist know what I do. He said, Mayman, I noticed your PSA level is out of your bracket. I said, okay. He said, you want me to do something? I said, no. I said, give me about 30 days. So 30 days, I put myself on a program. I went back in, he checked, and he said, you're all right again. So this is where things like this is valuable. This is another pastor. I'm not going to play it. His PSA level was 65. And they had given him a short time to live. He's another wonderful evangelist. This has been many years ago. And he went on our program, and less than 3 weeks, his PSA level was below 1. And he was totally cured of this particular problem. I don't have time to play this. Now, keep in mind, if you're getting up 2 or 3 times a night to urinate, you probably got some signs. 3 to 4 times, you probably got some prostate problems. What do you do for that? Drink some corn syrup, buku. These are diuretics that make you urinate. He said, well, I'm already urinating too much. You want to give me some diuretics to make me urinate more? I want to flush out that old urine in your bladder, get rid of that stagnated urine, and then let you rehydrate yourself by drinking some water. Cranberry juice is very valuable. Tell you how to knock out a urinary infection. Go get you 2 cups of cranberries, frozen or fresh cranberries. Blend them up. Get you some cranberry extract. Take you 1 ounce of cranberry extract, like Crackton or cranberry powder. Mix it in the frozen cranberries. Then take a tablespoon of probiotics. Put a tablespoon of probiotics and want to at least get the 50 billion bacilli in the probiotics. Get the highest you can. Put 1 tablespoon of that in there. Blend all that up in the cranberry juice. Then drink 1 ounce to 2 ounces of that 3 times a day. That'll knock out any urinary infection, prostate, or bladder or kidney infection. Get plenty of exercise. And just be faithful with your program, and you'll be amazed. Now, this is what we call herpes. You see these blisters right here? We got thousands of viral components in it. And it is the number 1 problem we're faced with. That's herpes on the hand. There's an herb called mandrake juice. You squeeze out the juice of the mandrake plant, rub it on the herpes, and it will kill herpes virus. Okay. This is a cyst bath. A cyst bath is where you set in a tub with your abdominal area submerged in hot or cold water, and that can help shrink the prostate gland. Okay, let me play this clip right here. This is a salt globe. I just want you to see this is a salt globe where we actually I'm actually doing a friction Epsom salt rub. It's a friction Epsom salt rub. And I'm taking off all the dead skin off his body. Can you hear that friction sound? I'm taking that dead skin off his body. And it's a good workout. But getting rid of that dead skin increases circulation. And this is a wonderful treatment. This is a steam bath. All these things, when we come again, I'm claiming we'll be here long enough to set up a clinic. We're going to teach you how to do salt globes, the steam bath, the enemas, the colonics, how to make the teas, how to make the herbal chemos, how to get these treatments. These are simple treatments that you can learn. How to give a fever bath. And this is a fever bath. We put them in a tub and we get them as hot as we can get them. All these things are important. Why we give a coffee, how that the bowel build up in the gallbladder, and how the bowel, B-I-L-E, is what really makes a person so sick. When a cancer person has lost the appetite to eat, it's not the cancer doing that. Cancer don't take appetite. Cancer is dying of malnourishment. The reason why you lose your appetite is B-I-L-E, the bowel that upchucks. The bowel in the gallbladder duct upchucks up into the stomach and kills your appetite. Bowel also increases your pain, make the pain worse. So we give coffee enemas to pull the bowel out of the gallbladder duct, send it to the colon and out of the body. This is an enema right here. And here, let me show this and I'm going to stop because I know y'all weary of me. And let me show this one. Make sure that you fill your enema bag up with your proper solution. Now, this is not a real person. That's a medical mannequin. We teach using medical mannequins. Make sure. And the students have to learn these mannequins before they can do it on a real person. Solution won't run out before you insert it. Then just before you insert the tip into the rectum, cut the flow valve on and let the water run free, taking any excess air that's in the tube out before you insert it in the rectum. Then cut the tip off, get you a good lubricant, and lubricate the tip real well before inserting. And then insert the tip real slow into the rectum. And then ask your patient to let you know when he's ready to go to the bathroom. Okay? That's a fleet in. So I'm going to turn the light on now. I'm going to stop. But many of these simple remedies you can do in the comfort of your home. And we want to teach you how to do it. This evening, we're going to show how to do a lot of quick remedies. Also, we're going to do some demonstrations. I bought a set of lungs, real lungs, that I want you to touch. I want you to feel the tumors in it. I want you to see the difference in a healthy lung and a cancerous lung. Bought some cigarettes. And we're going to do a demonstration how cigarette smoking can cause lung cancer. But when a person addicted to cigarettes, just telling them not to smoke ain't good enough. I put them on cigarettes. I bought some cigarettes here. And I tell them to smoke these cigarettes. These cigarettes will stop you from smoking regular cigarettes. These are herbal cigarettes that has no nicotine and no tar in them at all. It pulls the nicotine and the tar out of your body. I brought some. So you see somebody out there smoking, give them a tract and a carton of cigarettes.